Alright, in this video I'm just working on my skills in React, front-end development. The stack I'm doing is React, Bootstrap, Sass, slash CSS, JSX, which in React allows you to insert HTML elements, um, and JavaScript, TypeScript, of course, and Fontawesome for iconography. And what I'm doing here is I'm actually just taking a company like Sun Country Airlines here. This is their actual website here. Um, and they have a baggage portal whenever it loads. So I'm basically emulating the skin from Sun Country Airlines website and grabbing some of the elements of their motifs, some uh, typography, as well as some of the layout here. They have an extensive footer, which I handle a little bit differently. Um, the main purpose of this little application is, and that's why I'm choosing the baggage section on the Sun Country Airlines site, is that I thought of creating an application where you can make a list of your items that you would be packing. Additionally, I mean, this is just a kind of the bare bones of an application like this, because I did talk to a partner of mine who travels extensively and has traveled extensively throughout her life, and I asked her some questions, so she would be a good persona for the UX of this, and there could be like an aside here that would show which bags she would carry on the flight, or that would be in the baggage area of the plane, and then she could check off which items that are going to be added in each bag. So that's to even make this more robust. But again, I'm just using the bare bones scan. I didn't do any of the top navigation here. I did some of the bottom nav here, which I'm handling uh, to expand and contract here, like so. Uh, and then none of the links actually work, because this is not the actual Sun Country site. So again, it's kind of like a working prototype. So for example, I've started out, and this is using a JSON um, list or object here. And I scroll all the way to the top. So I have a list here of initial items that's in a JSON object, and also the footer links that have the footers. It has the title, and then they have the sublinks. And so I'm using mapping in React in order to populate the UI initially, both with some initial items that I think would be important if you're going on a trip, and then their navigational list, which is quite extensive here in the footer. So anyhow, how this works is, for what you can do is I can say I need one, or I'll say two uh, uh, dress suits, right? So dress, clothes, like that, and then I can either hit enter or I can hit add, and then it will add it. Okay, and then I can say, let's see, I need, I'll just see one pair of uh, dress shoes. Okay, and then I can say I'll need maybe three sets of casual clothes. Casual clothes, like that. Okay, and this list could be as long as you need it based on the items that you need on a trip. Medications, so on and so forth. In fact, we can probably even add that. We'll just say one, uh, you know, uh, daily meds, like that. Okay. So, what you can do with this list here, in this application that I'm using as a case study, is I can check off items as I put them in my bags. So this is basically just a checklist. Okay. And so as you see, the UI changes. To improve this more, I'd probably add some more micro interactions to even make it more interesting. Like these could bounce or something like that when you click on them or interact with them. Um, and then I can sort them, right? So I can sort these. I can sort by input order, which is by default. I can sort by the item name, so it would be um, alphabetized or alphabetically listed. And then I can sort by pack status. So everything that's packed would go towards the end, so on and so forth. Okay. So if there's something that maybe I don't need, let's say I won't be going to any meetings on this trip or anything, so I don't need dress clothes, I can get rid of it just like so. So it goes away. I'll go back to input order. Or let's say I need to renew my ID, so I can't pack quite yet, so I can uncheck it just like so. So it's fairly straightforward. With the interactivity, there would be also some accessibility that I would add. I use Site Improve, which is a browser extension for testing double A or triple A accessibility for online applications. And I generally build some sort of little legend here that you can, make the text bigger or change the contrast of the UI. But this right now looks pretty. I would not suspect anybody would have too much of a visual issue with this, but I'm not visually impaired, so I do not know. That would be another persona to test this with. I also like to employ the use of iconography for those people who there's all kinds of disabilities. There's cognitive disabilities. Somebody might not be very good at reading English, so it's important to add some sort of iconography so they can know what's going on. So, for example, if I wanted to clear this list, I can just click this button. I'm getting a confirmation alert because I might have clicked on this accidentally. And then once I click OK, then my list is cleared. But as you can see, I've hard coded this with this JSON object. And so once I refresh the page, because I'm running this locally, this is not online, and I'm not using an API, which I could use an API or a database uh, to to send the data back and forth. But for now, I'm creating this locally, the data locally. So again, I might say, let's see, I need 5 days worth of meds. Um, of medication. And let's see, and then we'll say 3 sets of casual clothes. 3 sets of casual. And add, and then, one swimsuit, I guess. I like to swim, so one swimsuit. Add that, like that. And so I can keep going on and on and on if I choose to. And then this will expand as the list grows uh, more and more. And then lastly, at the bottom here, it's showing that you have seven items on your list, and you haven't packed any, so there's 0 items that is packed, and so therefore I'm also using some calculations in the code to give the percentage of items that have been packed. So if I start to click on each one of these, all right, so now 3 items, and out of 7 items here, that's 43% of my packing is done, so to speak, right? So I click on this, click on all of these, for example, and it's saying I'm 86% packed, and then the last one, swimsuit, now I'm all set, everything's packed and ready to go. And I probably would do I have an animation background, so I'll probably do some sort of cool animation with uh, the airplane here, a little airplane icon. But again, there's lots of ways I can make this more robust and improve it, but just something real quick and dirty just to kind of play with the states and within React itself. Um, that I think this is kind of neat, and I may actually build on a suggestion of where how many bags you have and what's packed in each bag, and so on and so forth. And then this would be saved to your user profile on the actual Sun Country Airlines flight. and this would be quite useful so you know what you packed for the last trip, or if you packed items before, it can automatically populate just so that you don't miss anything. So there's lots of ways that this could be built and made more robust and more user friendly, so on and so forth. But this is kind of a fun way to again, you know, play with the UI, play with the UX, keep my skills sharp, with both the front end development technologies and then the technically the library of React versus the framework like Angular, which I'm also a bit versed in. So, anyways, I'm gonna get rid of all of these just to I can individually click them, or I can clear the whole list. And then it says it's almost time to go. You should start a list of what to pack. And I might even toy with changing the position of this or even the color as you go through your packing list. But as if I refresh, the pre-populated list appears, and that's pretty much it. And for the most part, this is mostly responsive. I haven't gone all the way down to mobile device size just yet, but again, I'm using Bootstrap just to make it faster. I can hard code responsivity easily enough, and just plain CSS as well, but I just wanted to speed things up. So anyways, just a little project I'm working on in React, and I will keep posting little projects as I'm just working on things, just trying to keep my skills sharp. Thanks for watching.